Cari, what we're going to do is we're just going to give you a kind of brief of what the sort of assessment expectations are for your group induction. So you've read through the checklist sort of prior to this conversation, and you've read through the appeals procedure. So do you have any sort of questions on that? So, okay, that's fine. So just going through the sort of checklist here, the kind of things that I'd be kind of looking for. So first of all, kind of throughout the induction or at the start of the induction, you're sort of asking the clients how they are, communicating with them, giving them a sort of overview to what's coming within their group induction. So you're going to be showing them a series of exercises. At that point, you're going to be explaining the kind of main health and safety considerations, pointing out fire exits, water fountains, you know, that kind of thing. We're also expecting you to have at that point assessing their sort of readiness for exercise. So talking about maybe their PAR-Q, or you know, do you have any medical conditions or injuries that we need to be aware of? So anything like that, so you'll be fine. From that point, what you're then going to do is you're going to take them on to the first cardiovascular exercise. So that's going to be the first thing that's getting assessed. So within that, we've got we'll have that as like a warm-up sequence. So we'll be looking for between 5 and 10 minutes on that. Taking the client to, if you were using the 6 to 20 scale, about an 11 or 12 on the Borg, and then a 4, round about a 4 to 7 on the 0 to 10 one. So at that point, what you're trying to do throughout all these exercises is you're going to be going through your nasty principle. So you're basically explaining the exercise, you're giving a demonstration of it, and you're getting the clients to observe from different angles, that kind of thing, and then you would have one of your clients go on. At that point, you would then talk through how the client gets on it, first of all, safely and effectively, and then go through the main teaching points again, and then allow the other people within the group to observe from different angles and have a look from that. A pretty key thing within the group induction as well, where you might have different abilities and experience levels and things like that, I'd expect you on every exercise to provide either an adaptation, a progression, or a regression. Okay, so that's a pretty key thing as well, the health and safety side of the teaching. Okay, so that's the cardiovascular. You then go into resistance machine exercise, and you then go into 2 free weight exercises, body weight exercise, and then a functional exercise. All follow the same routine where we're expecting, you know, good teaching principles, a nice nasty sequence, and then alternatives for your clients. So that's pretty key at this point. And then when you're closing out the session, or you can do this at any point, you would explain how to monitor intensities, that kind of thing. So you mentioned obviously the Borg scale, you can maybe mention heart rates, you know, percentage of 1 rep maxes, kind of things like that throughout it. And then again, this would be a nice way to do all the way through, is explain the sort of benefits of first cardiovascular, and then the benefits of like resistance training and stuff like that. When you've went through all through those 6 exercises, then we'd expect you to talk through, you don't have to do this, but you'd have to talk through the sort of purpose of a cool down with the client. So you can explain your kind of 6 minutes. I'm quite happy with you having your Borg chart there to explain that, or you can even draw out a chart, just so again the clients know that when you're not there as the instructor, so make that explicit to them, when you're not there as the instructor, they can safely and effectively cool themselves down from the main session. Yeah, so just general good teaching, observations, making sure the clients are safe, and then providing your adaptations. Do you have any sort of questions on that at all?
No, I don't.
Okay, perfect.